Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. In the last episode, we designed this. We started designing this, I should say. There's still some tweaks and adjustments I would like to make to it in order to make it a little bit more tileable and hopefully a little bit more usable. I got to thinking about the track alignment of this because one of the things I would like to do is be able to run rails into this so that instead of like bringing it on the side and then, you know, having bots go the whole way, to be able to bring a train like right in the middle of it to help minimize some of the travel distance. And we kind of lucked out in that on this side, at least, we are track aligned. But I don't think we are like all the way. If we come over here on this side, this is not track aligned. And what I mean by track aligned, if you are not aware, railroad tracks in Factorio are 2 tiles wide. They're locked to odd or even grid coordinates, however you want to look at it. So we can line them up like this, but we could never like put the track in between these 2 belts. Even though the track is 2 tiles wide, it won't line up like that. So that's kind of one of those fixed things you have to keep in mind as you are building things out, because it can bite you with alignment issues. And I think they're also 2 tiles. It's like a 2-tile grid. Yeah, so that will line up there. However, this track block will never line up offset off of that. So that being said, let's see, how would I go about doing this? I want to make some adjustments to these robo ports as well, because I think we can actually cover more space with the robo ports than what I'm currently doing. So let's grab this. Now, the robo port needs to hit right there on the north, because that is the northernmost spot where a requester chest could possibly go, or provider chest, right there. All right, so that's looking good. And then that expands out where I think we might be able to add another row here to the bottom and still get it covered. So if I had a chest right there, it is in range. All right, and there will be a little bit of an overlap because this chest is that chest in a tiling situation, and we do have 1 tile of overlap. I think I'm good with that. All right, so that's bigger. That gets us 4 more machines in our block to a total of 32. All right, and as far as the rails go, we'll have to play a little bit with that. So let's go ahead, we'll roll the intro, and I will see you on the other side. All right, so let's start over here just by laying out some rail. Now, we could run the beacons like just directly on the side like this, and that would work. It would be tighter. The problem with this is that we'd only be able to unload the train on 1 side. And I'm not sure if that would be such a big deal. Let's do it both ways, and we don't need to make it this tall. Let's make it like this height right here. So yeah, we could put a roboport right there, a track right there, and we'll start our next row of beacons right there. And I think that could work. Let's make a variation on this. Let's see, that would have to go 2 tiles out like that. So that way we could unload on both sides. and have 2 trains coming up. And I'm thinking 2 trains coming up, one of them being for iron, one of them being for copper, is all we would need. We would need another one coming for stone, but that's only 4 furnaces, and that could be anywhere. Iron and copper are going to be the big ones. Yeah, and on this side, we could still have them unload, but it would only be in the middle. The question is are those 4 tiles really going to be really going to be that big of a deal? And does that affect our robot range as well? Let's see if that factors in any way. Ah, okay, that's interesting. Let's just take this. Ah, that's not going to work. It's not going to work with the arrangement that we have. It's not going to be, we're going to have basically an extra space on this side for that to work. And when we add that space, we've actually lost our connection there. Okay, so that's something to think about. Let's bring this down now. And yeah, we'll take you over here. Okay, and that's not going to line up. So we would need an extra space there for it to line up. And it doesn't connect either. Off by, like, what is that, like 2 tiles? Yep, those 2 tiles in the middle are not going to connect. Is that a big deal? Maybe. Maybe not. Because even if this side and this side don't connect, we could at some point, you know, do something like this somewhere else, and that would make it all part of the same network. And it's not like the robots can't cross that boundary right there. They could go from here to here. They wouldn't have to go all the way down and come back. But yeah, we would have to have like a big setup like this, and then throw an additional RoboPort down here at the bottom. And we probably will have to do that anyway for recharging purposes, so it may not be that big of a deal. But I don't particularly care for the extra space there either. Let's play with a little bit more stuff here. If I pulled out and got another station in there, we would be locked to that same distance. But no, that's gonna do the exact same thing now that I'm thinking about it, because we'd have to put the RoboPort on the side, and that's gonna be the same distance, right? Would it though? Yes, because we are not tiled evenly. We'd have to have that extra space over there. Well, I mean, all that's going to be in robot range. All the chests are going to be in logistic robot range. We're just going to have the break in the middle. Oh, these are unpowered. Let's see. We can pull this up and put it back down. Yeah, that puts a bigger gap in the middle. But everything is covered. I mean, we could take one of these off. But that's not optimal either. I guess another question I have is, are we going to have tracks over there as well? And I'm not sure that the answer to that is yes. So let's think about this a little differently here. If we set that up like that, this can be right here. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, but they still don't connect. Looks like it's only a tile distance there. We only have rails here. So if we took that idea down here and just did the inside, that would work. Now the question then becomes, is there going to be enough for, is being able to unload on one side, is that going to be enough? I'm sure that it probably is. I tend to massively overdo my unloading stuff. And plus, as soon as stuff's going to get dropped in here, it's going to be taken off with the robots. I think that works for me. I think I'm okay with that. All right. Not extremely productive, but it is something that you definitely need to think about. Let's see. If I wanted to start laying this out, I would need to align that right here. So this would be basically the right-hand side, far right-hand side. We would want to put that there, but because of the tiling, we need to move this up. So that covers that spot and that chest down there. We would want to align all of this with all of this. So that would go right there. Okay, and the RoboPort we would want on this side would be right here. We have a train track coming up, a train track coming up. And then we would take the next block over here, could start right here. That would be just fine. All right, and then our trains could come up here through the middle and unload and go about their merry ways. Let's just think about this. We're going to have... Let's just come over here. Let's just come over here and look. We're going to have a petroleum train coming in and a water train coming in if there's no pumps nearby, and there's probably not, or no water nearby, and most likely there's not going to be. So that's 2 trains, but that's going to be down in a petroleum area that's going to be have a different layout than the rest of it. In this particular area, in the smelting area at least, we'll have a copper train and an iron train coming in. Then we'll need a stone train coming in and a coal train coming in. That doesn't line up there. But if we did like an iron train coming here, like even on the outside. If we made that our iron train coming in and then had like a stone train, then like a coal train or a copper train and then a coal train. The coal train's only going to be used in different areas if we're setting this up for smelting. Let's just build this out and see what we come up with. So if we designate this as kind of the smelting area, we're going to take those out and replace them with electric furnaces. There'll probably be some variations, but for the most part, I think we could do something like requester. Something like this pattern here. I believe fast inserters are going to work. And let's see, where would that tile? That would tile like that, right? Oh, yeah. We can't use like an upgrade planner for that, can we? That would be fantastic. If we went from assembly machine 3s to... No, of course not. Why would we be able to do that? All right. Well, we can just take all this out. And then copy that. And paste it on through. Now, why did we not get the inserters? I guess I didn't do a good copy job. Yeah, something like that right there. That's a requester. That's a requester, so that will tile. So if we took this and lined it up just like... what's going on down there? Oh, I must have grabbed something from the refining area. That's okay. We should be able to just pull you up, and that will be fine. Okay, another issue we have, it appears, is are these not lining up? The substations? Guess not. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pull that out. But it looks like... Can we take this one an additional tile down? It appears so. Like that. All right, and then the power poles work. Oh, and where are the beacons? I guess we've been using a lot of them. All right, that works for me, I think. Let's see. Let's go ahead and Control Z that back a little bit. Okay, so we've got a smelting set up over here and a factory set up over here. Let's go ahead and fix this on this side. All right, and I'm going to make a copy of this and put it down here. As well as this, and put it down here just to have it in my pocket should we need it. Worker robot speed is done. 8,000 for that, 12,000 for that. Energy weapons, 8,000. Follow robot count. More artillery range. Yeah, let's do that. I probably should be focusing strictly on mining productivity, but these other things seem helpful and very small. All right, so let's do this. And yeah, we can leave it. We can leave the ghosts. That'll be fine. All right, so this is how many furnaces? 64. All right, and we need 123. Well, that's I like the way those numbers are working. All right, so if we took out you. Put you there. And put you there with a little bit of adjustment. That is going to be the size of our smelting block for this science setup. And I don't hate that. We needed what, 123, and that's going to be 128. So we can actually take 5 of these smelters out, and yeah, that's promising. Very, very, very promising. And let's see, one of these is, what was it again? 64. All right, and how many of these guys do we have? 85. And that's 65. So it looks like we'll have a full column of just assemblers making things, and then another full column that'll be partially the leftovers, and then maybe smelting, or maybe oil, or maybe we fit oil in the middle one. I'm not sure. Let's see. I am going to return back to base because we're just going to need a ton more beacons in order to lay this out. I mean, I guess the ghosts are fine, but we also need beacons for down here. How's this going? 50? And 50. I wonder if that is chest limits, maybe? I hope I didn't limit those. That would be a very kitsch thing to do. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? Not that I don't appreciate having 50 modules. It's just that we're going to need so much more. All right, and we need to get kind of a ghost thing set up on that. I just wanted to get a couple of more this modules in line before we started doing that properly. All right, well, I'm going to head back to base and see if I can't restock on some more beacons. I hope they're producing fast enough. We can just check that. We have 93. All right. Not great, but not necessarily bad either. We might have to up the production on that. And how are you guys doing? Have you been making accumulators? You're making some. I'm sure solar panels are still outclassing you. Yes. And problem is batteries. All right, not surprised. Where am I going? I'm going over here. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where, boy, I don't even know if this is going to be posted before, when the posting things, because I know none of you have seen this at this point. Hopefully I didn't make any big, huge mistakes or, really, did not, here, let's upgrade that. Productivity, let's throw some speed modules in there. Let's get some beacons going. Very good. All right, well, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.